It was a dare. It was a challenge. It's a double dare. You can't say no to a double dare. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. But here is my dirty little secret. Hello everybody, it is Randy from the Jacob's Triangle Homestead. Welcome to the channel. Today I am going to talk about my dirty little secret. This is something that when I'm recording my videos, I hide it from you. Peggy over at Paige Family Homestead, our way back, has issued a challenge to YouTube creators, YouTube Homestead creators, to reveal your dirty little secret. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to reveal to you my dirty little secret. Are you ready for it? Let me turn the camera around here so you can see. And oops, bring it down. As you can see, my garden is a mess. It's full of weeds. Some of the stuff is yellowing. The cucumbers are yellowing. The corn's all dead. Got 6 ears of corn from the corn, and let me say that again. I got 6 ears of corn that we tried, and even they were not good ears of corn. Other parts of the garden were awesome. The corn was not awesome. But as you saw, it's a mess. Let me kind of take you on a tour of the garden real quick, and I'll show you what we've got, how big of a mess it is. So let's go. Let's start off with watermelons. As you can see, I've got one. Oops, this is wiggling. As you can see, I've got one cute little watermelon, and that other melon off to the side is one that started to go bad, so I cut it, but I didn't dispose of it. And if you peek right over yonder there, I don't know if you'll see it. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Come on, zoom. See him right there peeking up? There's another little watermelon. Oh, there's a little one to the side of him too. So I've got, looks like 3 watermelon that probably won't make it because I don't think we've got 90 days of growth left in this season. And if we go, let me get you up like this. Unzoom. Okay, now if we pan over here, these are weeds that are growing up through my watermelon vines. Just a big patch of weeds. I haven't had time to come out here and pull them. Let's go down the row a little bit further. Here is one, well, I think there's actually 2 okra plants here. And as you can see, there are a couple of giant pods on this one. Those are ones that I missed one day and came out here the next day, and by the next day they were already too large, so I decided I'll just go ahead and let them grow on out and collect seeds from them. So those are going to end up being my seed saving pods. And then over here is my next clump of okra plants. I think that there's 3 of them over there. We're overrun with bugs. You can see that, you know, the leaves are chewed up. Some of the leaves are almost gone, but they're still going crazy. And, you know, there's some weeds down at the bottom. Let's go down the aisle just a little bit more. Alright, right next to the okra is my zucchini. I have 3 groupings of zucchini. I think the first one is 3 plants, the second one is 3 plants, and the last one I think is only 1 that survived. And a couple of them just go crazy, and some of them only produce every once in a while. I've got one right here directly in front of the camera. Right here is a different variety. It's a light colored zucchini. I don't remember the name of it. The other ones are are the dark ones, and I can't think of the name of that one either. So the dark ones, they're going crazy, especially this one over in this, oops, let's point, there we go, over in this corner. That one over there, it goes nuts. I think I get a zucchini off of that, at least 1 or 2 zucchinis off of that nearly every day. The other one's not so much. The one down at the end, once a week maybe. But as you can see, my zucchini's overgrown and yellowing and needs pruned badly. But I don't have time to get out here with everything that I'm doing and do that. These tall plants here look actually kind of like a tree. They're not really a weed. They are planted here intentionally. My wife calls them malunggay, which is a Filipino word for them. If you're familiar with them, you probably know them as moringa. And it's supposed to be a superfood. What she uses it in is, most of the time she puts it in a soup. It's really good. It doesn't have a really strong flavor, but there's just something about it in the soup. It's really good. So let's cruise around to the other side of the garden real quick. This one is a Japanese eggplant. I believe you pronounce it ikebon, but I'm not positive on that. As you can see, it's doing fairly well. It's producing fruit. It's got yellowed leaves, got lots of bug bites and eating on the leaves, and of course surrounded by weeds. Now if we pan just a little bit to the left, here we have, let's drop down. Down. There we go. Okay, here we have my habanero. I got 2 habanero plants here. They're too close together, so they look like one big bush. They have the little Christmas ornaments underneath, which is the little red peppers, which are ripe. That one actually is doing really awesome. I don't have any complaints with that at all. And, of course, we got weeds again. Let's move down a little bit more. Here we have 2 red bell pepper plants. And the board over the top of them is my attempt to shade them from the afternoon sun, because we were getting horrible sunburn on all of the peppers and of course losing them. So, shading them from the afternoon sun has helped a little bit. The rags that you see were supposed to have been put over them in the morning to protect them from the morning sun or late morning sun, because it gets hot here early. And this is where they stay most of the time. We have gotten a fair amount of peppers off of these. They've gotten enough peppers on them that they're top heavy. They should have been supported, and they never were. And if we go pan a little bit this way, you will see these are my 2 yellow bell peppers turned jalapenos. They both are actually doing very well. They are producing lots of peppers. I got a great big bag of peppers that I am preparing to roast, or actually smoke, here very soon. And I see that I have more that I need to harvest before I do that. They're doing great. For mistake plants, they're doing great. And off over here, we have yet some more Japanese eggplant. That one did exceptionally well. It produced so much that we could not keep up with it. We ended up with a great big pile of fruit that my wife cut off of it. Both sides of it, we have great big piles of basically wasted fruit because we just couldn't keep up with it. Let's move on down the road. This is the other end of the garden where all the tomatoes are. We have, I think, 9 tomato plants, 3 in each row for 3 rows. The first 2 tomato plants here are cherry tomatoes. They went nuts. As you can see, can you see? Let's get you zoomed in just a little bit. As you can see, it is loaded still with little cherry tomatoes. I come out here and snack on them during the day. Shh, don't tell. The third tomato plant here is a purple Cherokee. I haven't gotten very many tomatoes off of it, and I don't think I've quite figured out how to tell when they're ripe yet. I have lost several of them, way too many of them, to rot. I'm not sure if it's actually blossom end rot or if it's just plain rot, and lost some to bugs. And over here, I know the one at the very end is an early girl. It is the one with, zoom it in again, if you look at the red tomatoes there, those are my early girls. They're not very big. And I don't remember the name of the other two that's behind it. And then my last row of tomatoes over here is Bellarosas. Let's move you over there. Okay, these are the Bellarosas. And of course down here at the end is a plethora of weeds again. The Bellarosas are starting to ripen up. I think pretty soon I'm going to have a bushel and a peck of tomatoes between these and the next row. I know it, I'm going to have just tons and tons of tomatoes. Well, as you can tell, all of the plants that should have been pruned and supported, trellised, or whatever, they weren't. They should have been. All of my tomatoes in the first row are indeterminate. Never pruned them. That may be why I haven't got that many tomatoes off of my Cherokee Purple. Who knows what would have happened if I'd have actually trimmed the cherry tomatoes. I may have got 5 times what I have, which is way more than we can eat. The other ones are determinate tomatoes, so they didn't need to be trimmed or pruned per se, but they probably still could have benefited from being trellised. The eggplants definitely could have. Peppers definitely could have. The zucchini, I really need to figure out a way that I can trellis zucchini, because I end up with, giant zucchinis because they hide under the leaves. So yeah, I got to figure that out. So there you go. There's my dirty little secret. A very, very messy garden. Although it has produced very well for being a very, very messy garden. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what my dirty little secret is. And if you aren't already subscribed to the Paige Family Homestead or way back, go check them out. I'll put a link in the description down below. Thank you for joining me today. Hit the subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell, and leave me a comment down below. So until next video, I'll see ya.